Hey YouTuber, thanks for tuning into the SSK show. I'm Smitty Sebastian Kirk,
And I'm Misha C.
and we're going to do a little segment on class and ratchet.
Yes, so
Not verses, but class and ratchet.
class and ratchet.
Yeah,
Yes.
because there's a
Well,
lot of people get
classy
those
and
two
ratchet.
confused. They try to mix the two, like oil and water that doesn't mix. You get either one or the other.
Exactly.
Yeah, either one or the
Well,
other.
some try to mix it. I don't think it's a good combination.
Booyah! I don't think no. It's not a good combination because that's what they call boozilla or something like the Brazil or something.
You're making up words.
Okay, no Brazilla.
I know, but you said boozilla.
No Boosie Collins.
Oh,
You know the
boozilla,
P Funk.
yeah.
You know, so
Okay.
I think it's boozilla. But anyway, the mothership connection now is here. You remember that? But yeah. So we're just going to go over with class.
So classy, I'm going to give you the definition. So it's stylish and sophisticated. And then we have ratchet. And ratchet is someone who is perceived as classless or trashy. So I'm going to let you start out because I know you have some.
So you said I'm ratchet. Say no.
Yeah, we're going to start.
Oh, really? No. No, I just wanted to talk about class and ratchet. Class, like she said, is stylish, come on now, you know, sophisticated, and ratchet is just uncouth and unstylish. It says, and what else?
Classless or
Classless,
trashy.
trash. Well, that's trash is a little hard, but.
When you ratchet, you
But
trash.
when you have class about yourself, you're gonna maintain yourself in a respectful manner.
Right.
You're gonna present yourself as a decent human being. You're gonna show that you are worthy, and you're gonna always dress the part. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go out and get all these expensive clothes because you don't have to. You can still be class. You have class about yourself or classy. And just the way how you wear your clothes and how you do it. You don't have to have your cleavage showing or your butt hanging out and all that other stuff just to feel that's classy or oh, that's sexy, no, that's trashy. You know, classy ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's different now. When you're ratchet, it's like everything doesn't matter. You have no morals. You don't give a damn. I won't say you're uneducated because a lot of ratchet people are very educated. They just do not know how to conduct themselves in a business manner when it comes to like on the job or taking care of business like over the phone. Anything, they're just so ratchet. They use ebonics a lot when they're speaking. Is you, was you, my baby? Like where you was and all that other stuff. Just broken English all the time. That's just straight up ratchet, and just also how your appearance is too, because like I know this new generation they have with the hair, like the different color hairs. I mean, it's like the rainbow in her hair, and so the one girl is like a Bimpy doll. You know, I don't know if y'all remember this little Bimpy. My mom had this Bimpy doll. It had all these multicolored things in it. The name was Bimpy, and that this girl at work, her hair was like that. But you know, at my job, you can kind of wear whatever you want because no one sees you. The public doesn't see you, but. I don't think that was classy.
Also, I think that you should, when you leave the house, you should always think about how you look. So when you're going out with your headscarf on or your bonnet on, or you're wearing your pajamas, or you have holes in your clothes, or they're stained, because I know a lot of women, they eat, food falls all on their clothes.
And
they will
be
wear
out
that shirt and wear
to
that
the
shirt,
store.
and they will go somewhere as though they look good.
Right.
And that to me, when every time I see someone who looks like that, I think ratchet. I really do. Because no matter where I go, if whatever happens, if I was to run into anybody, somebody's gonna come up, and we talked about this, the news was to come up to me.
You got to be news ready.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to be camera
They
ready.
went that way. Get the two teeth missing and. You know, just
You got
speaking
crust
of,
on your mouth, and
I love that guy with no teeth.
the news. If they interview a black person, and
You
normally
got
it's the
it.
worst one that
Yeah,
you ever saw.
to represent us. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why did you get that man? You know he's homeless. You know he's uneducated. Not saying everybody who's homeless is, but I'm just saying. You know, then you get him to speak on our behalf about what's going on. Like,
Right.
what's happening? But like you said, you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know, so I'm going back in the 90s. But you know, but no, seriously, you're a representation of many, like our
Exactly.
ancestors, of your parents.
Yes.
You know, the culture, everything.
Exactly.
You just cannot present yourself any old stank ass way and think that's cool. Now, class to me, if you don't know, is like, what do you mean, like classy ladies and stuff like that? I did a person who I think is very, 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 very classy is Diane Carroll. If you ever watch Diane Carroll, just the way she she presents herself in
She's a
a
lady. She
up in
is a
a lady.
true lady.
Yes, she's a lady. She doesn't compromise who she is. She doesn't bow down to anything less than what she is.
Right.
Like when she was doing her show, I think she was like the first black woman who who was a leading role in a sitcom. You know, and that's when she played nurse in
Right.
her
I remember.
the little boy. She was because the father died or got killed or something, and she was the first African American woman that played the leading role on television because she wasn't taking like the help jobs.
Right.
You know, not saying nothing wrong with the help because that was a good movie too. You know, you eat shit pies. You know what I'm saying? But she just
But
you don't
also,
compromise.
like compromising yourself. And I know there are a lot of women who, need help. They may not have, they're single parents, so they have to do it all on their own. But you need to, or you need to know that you don't always have to do certain things to be able to take care of your family, as far as being beneath you. So you don't have to take people's crap. If it's a guy who thinks that he could just, use and abuse
Shit all over you.
have sex with you wherever, however he wants to, you don't have to do that. So that's all about being classy too. Is that you know your worth. Truly know your worth.
I think that's the difference between ratchet and classy is that ratchet people don't know their self worth. So they just don't care. They just unbothered. They run around with orange smell like hot onions, like they having a nice old hoagie. Up under there, there's two hoagies. And I was like, for real.
I hear women. I don't care how I look. Why? Why would you not?
I don't like that. I don't like when people don't take pride in
and that's the
themselves.
thing. There's a problem within you if you
Right.
don't care how you look, because
Right.
we all wake up caring how we look. We
Right,
do.
we
If you-
do.
If you care about yourself, you have true self worth. You love yourself, as we do.
Right.
You wake up and you say, you don't wake up and say, I'm just gonna look like shit today. No, you're gonna try to look your best.
That's right. Like even with us, just during this show here, we make sure that we're camera ready. We're not gonna come in there. I'm not gonna get you all Santa Claus beard up. You're not gonna come looking all tired and droopy and stuff. We repeating clothes on things so you can go back. Didn't they wear it at the last show? You will never see shit like that. Not with us,
Right.
because we're trying to we representing who we are and to others. Like, hey, you don't have to be this way or that way, especially in a negative way. And ratchet people, I just get so embarrassed. Like when I'm in a group setting and they just cut up, and I'm like, oh my
You
God.
want to just
Because
not
as far as
even
being minorities, we're already scrutinized. We're already
looked at a
a
certain
certain way. So we have to be one step above what they're
Yes,
thinking.
lift up, rise above, and also like I used to catch the bus when I worked downtown.
Oh, my
and
God.
the teenagers, and I just wonder this because I've never ever had my children act this way, but the language they use, just disrespecting adults, elderly people,
Yes.
just the way that they don't care. They're the things that I've heard of them, just coming up to certain, different people, a lot of elderly people they may go up to and start, disrespecting them as far as hitting on them and doing different things. Like you just hear, and I don't understand. Is it the way they were brought up? I
think so.
I really don't get it. So that is all about it's about being ratchet. So if your children are that way, then you must be that
Yeah,
way. You're
because-
raising these demon seeds.
Right. But a lot of times, the parents are trying to do their best in making sure that they present themselves in a respectful manner. But, the kids like to be to be down with a lot of stuff, so they kind of just like off.
I understand some
You know,
things.
or some
'cause I
kids
know-
want to be thugged out and they didn't grow up from a thug family.
Right.
Why do you want that thug life? I mean, why do you want the thug life? I don't ever want people to think, oh, I'm hood. I have never, ever, ever said that. And I would never say I'm hood. Because one, I'm not. Two, I don't want that on that stamped on me, because you're automatically going to think I'm hood because I'm a big black dude that's coming down the street, especially if I'm with a hat like this and a big coat to keep me warm and stuff. First thing you gonna think I'm a thug. I am way too old to be a thug. I'm an OG now. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like that. I like to be classy. I like for people. I like to stand with my head held high. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a lot of stuff, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I like the better things in life.
Right.
I don't want the lesser of anything. That's why I work hard for everything I have. Now there are some people who tell me, yeah, you try to keep up with the Joneses. No, baby, I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses.
It's just what your preference
My
is.
preference,
And people
I
don't
like nice
understand
stuff.
that. You can like nice things and not have to be like someone else.
Right.
You can maybe want your home to look a certain way, your car to be a certain way, you to dress a certain way. There's nothing wrong with that. You work, as you say, you work hard. You're not robbing people, you're not stealing from people, you're not taking from people, you're not hurting anyone.
No.
So why can't you like the finer things?
Right.
Why can't you have respect for yourself?
Right.
So it's just, to me, that is all that I project. I've always been classy. Some people have thought maybe in the past that I judged people or I thought I was better, and I didn't. I just was who I am, and I thought people judged me because I had people who didn't want to be friends with me, and they used to call me the white black girl because the way I spoke, the way I talked. If they just said I sounded white, I didn't care. This is how I am. I'm not going to change for anyone.
Exactly. Why should you?
I speak proper English, or at least I try my best. My parents did not allow me to, add a couple extra eds or es's on words like
Tesses.
Looked it and
Tesses.
Right.
That's a big mistake.
Never.
I'm telling you, I got all these Tesses to take. Tesses.
How many s's did you put on that word?
Right.
And those are the things that I just take pride in. The way that I speak, the way that I carry myself.
That's right.
I can go in anywhere to interview with any
and
company.
get out with the best of them.
I can.
That's right.
And those are things that are important to me, and I think that everyone should have pride in the way that we carry ourselves.
But also, there's a thing says, if when you know better, you do better.
Right.
Unfortunately,
and
they
some people
don't
know
know
better. You're right.
to be that. But there's some people who do know, just choose not to.
Exactly.
There's people in my family that didn't grow up like that, but they like to just that ratchetness about. I'm like, why are you so attracted to the ratchetness?
Yeah.
Don't you want better for yourself? Don't you want? And I hate when females have my baby daddy. You mean the children of your father?
My father's child.
Yeah,
my
daughter's
son or father.
Yeah,
Yes.
not my baby, my BD.
Daddy.
That's just my baby daddy. That's just remember that song. I hated that song when it came out, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. God, it's just different. It's just
and
like.
And I think it bothers us because we are, we love our black people. We do.
Yes.
We love our culture. There are certain things I really love about us that, it's just how we are.
Right.
But there are other things that I wish that we just would just go away.
Right.
And it is sometimes in your upbringing, it really is. But it's oftentimes, like you said, people just want to be that thug type
they
of
want to be
person,
down. Right.
And that's not the
I
way
guess
it
that's
goes.
why, like, even in high school, if you notice, I was never like that in school anyway. I always try to be me, number one. And I wanted to represent my parents,
right, and
to show them that I came from a decent background, not
so that they were proud.
Yes,
like that. And that's
like,
exactly.
oh, there go my daughter. She's pissing in the street because now she's drunk.
Right.
She coming up to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my goodness, are you for real?
Right.
I mean, then like public housing. There's nothing wrong with public housing, but that's just public housing to me is. A stepping stone to get to the next level to do better. It helps you out. It's not a way of life.
Right.
And a lot of people get stuck. Not just like the whole welfare thing. They get stuck right there and think, shoot, I'm about to go get my stamps. And me and my big, the more kids you have, the more stamps you get.
And
then
the longer you can be on it. And why? It's just like if you are a willing and able body, really you should be able to get a job.
But a lot of times, if you notice, a lot of them, there's trickle-down effect from their parents. Not all of them, but I have to even mention to my family, there has have some been trickle-down effect that it's like that until the cycle has been broken.
I can say probably in mine. I know that I wasn't raised that way, and I can tell you this, and I'm not ashamed of it. When years and years ago, over 25 years ago, or 20, whatever, however many years ago, I was on welfare for a very short amount of time.
When?
When I went to CCAC, when Rashawn was born, just for probably a few months. I was in college. I had a baby, And Sean and I weren't married at that time, and I had to for the medical. I really was getting for
Oh,
medical.
okay.
They did give stamps. No, did I turn them down? No,
Hell
I did
no.
not. But
I mean, I have gotten.
I got a job because I knew that just wasn't for me. But it
Right.
was something I had
But
to
it
do.
helps you.
Yeah, but
That's
you
what
said,
it's
a
designed for,
stepping-
to
yes.
help.
It
Not a way of life,
It was
and people get caught up with that,
A help. It was a help for me.
And I think that's what the problem is. When you get into, and I'll say it again, in public housing, because that's where I see a lot of the issues are. You get so many people caught up in that whole atmosphere. They don't
Right. They
break
don't know
it.
nothing. They
So
know
that's
nothing
why it's
else.
all this chaos, it's all this ghetto, all this hood stuff all the
you-
time. Nobody is trying to do better.
But you know what
But
happens?
there are a couple
Generations. I know people from their great grandmother to the grandmother to the mother to the daughter that grew up in the projects, and that's all they know. That's
Well,
like
what I was saying, a way of
that's
life.
their
'Cause
community.
that's what
They
I have in
can't-
my head.
they
That my family
cannot
too.
break
That
out of
from
that.
from their grandma to their mom to the
Right.
daughters to all this, not to the newborn. Great,
Right.
come out, probably go in the system and all the other
know.
stuff. You know, and I'm not trying to bring
And-
anybody down with that because I'm
but
really
you
not.
know
I'm not
what?
snubbing my nose, but I'm just talking
but
some
also,
truth.
when you're just closed into that small community, you don't try to find out anything else.
Right.
You're very close minded.
Right.
And it's not to put anybody down, but it's just to say there's so much more out there, and you can do better. We know everyone. If you try to put your mind to it,
You can
do
achieve it.
and
You
it
do it.
feels so good.
Yes.
To actually achieve something and work hard, and you're just like, it just feels good.
Another thing that I always tell people, and I always heard in the past, surround yourself around positive people.
Right.
But when you're not surrounding yourself around positive people, and you're staying with the same group that's not really trying to do anything, hanging on the corners, selling drugs, just trying to get by or swindle somebody out of something, you're never going to expand. You're never
Right.
going to succeed doing that. So that's why they always say, surround
Birds
it.
of
Birds
a
of feather
feather.
flock together.
And
That is
people
so
may
true.
not think that's true, but it is.
I think. Go
I mean,
ahead.
you can have some people in your group that are like the little bad seeds that maybe, but if you surround yourself with the people who, all of your friends, all of your homies or whatever you all call your group of people that you hang with, if they're all doing the same thing, you are going to follow in that. You just are. It's just how it is.
But on the flip side of that too, there are people that do try to get out, but their homies try to keep them
Yeah,
back
they keep
because
pulling them.
they feel you ain't better than us. But actually, they kind of are because they want to do better than
Right.
you, and you're just now your
Don't
insecurities
let
are
'em-
kicking
Don't
in.
let them pull you down.
Yeah,
Get up
because
out of there.
those
Climb
are
out
the
of
haters.
that.
Like they said, let your haters be your
Right.
motivators.
Right.
But I just want to just say, just always keep yourself. I'll say it again. Keep news ready. Always be news ready. You never know what you're going to get once you step outside your door. So always present yourself in a socially, morally fashion where no one looks at you sideways. People are going to do that anyway, but just always be conscious about that. Like somebody's looking at you and judging you, and try to do your best with it, because I know I do.
Right.
And I think I was going to go back to about birds of a feather. I think that's why you and I remain friends for so long, because we don't have those traits,
Right.
those ratchetness, and we always want to do better. We always want, nice things and stuff. We don't settle for like, oh, we'll just deal with this, just those
Right.
busted couch when we got off the street. Not saying that.
Well, this is the thing. Sometimes you have that
Everybody
but
goes
that's,
through it.
you
Right.
can get nice things that are not expensive.
That's
I buy
true.
stuff on sale all of the time. I
Right.
truly don't like to pay full price for anything.
Me either.
If there's a sale, I'm gonna get it. But I try to buy nice things that are on sale. It doesn't have to be name brand.
No, it doesn't.
You can get some really nice things.
You can go to the
Because
thrift store
that's
and
what
look nice.
Because
Because we're some thrift store shoppers, yes.
So you don't have to have a whole lot of money to look nice, to carry
No.
yourself well, and you can really just
Because my main thing, if you try to do better, you will do better. But when you don't try at all,
Right.
it's like, what's that little saying by 50 Cent? Try dying or not trying at all. What is that? It's the little statement. Like, I think it was a song.
it was get something done. I don't know.
I'll die trying instead of die without trying at all, something like that. But basically,
That
like,
you
at least you're,
just messed up.
well,
It's okay.
die
But anyway.
trying instead of, whatever. I don't remember the quote. But basically, like, I'd rather die trying to do better than not do
try.
better at all. I'm not try at all.
Right.
At least die trying to do it. And I can give mad respect, and I'm like, it's just respect when it comes to stuff. Just like the morals and respect that I did with Mojo. It's kind of goes into that with the ratchetness too, and then having class. Like, and when you have class, you have respect for others. You know, you have you're courteous. When you have class, when you're ratchet, it's all about you. You're selfish.
Right.
You don't give a damn. I don't care. And this and that. You're just that's just plain stupid to me. I mean, you're just dumb if you just want to do. If you want to be the worst of you ever, then you're just stupid. You're just dumb. And I'm saying I'm telling you that. So, you know, you can call my phone, you can email me, you can do whatever you want to say. Hey, I didn't like you said that. Well, if I threw the rock in the crowd and it hit you in the head, then I'm talking damn to you. You know, because then you wouldn't have said nothing
Right.
to me. You know, so. And I'm not trying to act like, oh, you think you're better than other people. Not at all. I mean, I have been in situations where I had to go without or have less than, but I still try to uphold myself in a respectful manner all the time. And you know, I'm not disrespectful to people at all. I never was, even as a kid. And just like your daughter's friends, they're not disrespectful. You know,
Well,
it's
no,
very
we
respectful.
wouldn't have anyone
No,
around that's
no,
disrespectful.
no. You know, I mean, I have
So.
some relatives that's a little bit too much at times, but you know, they're not too far gone. But you know, just a little extra. But it's
Right.
okay, I guess. But I just
Yes.
just stay classy and be camera ready, news ready, casket ready, like they said. You know, always not
Right.
casket. That's me dressed up. But no, just be ready. Just don't think less of yourself. Think more of yourself. Think
Right.
that you're worthy. No matter who tells you what, because I know a man is very quick to put down a woman that he's insecure about and just start busting her down. Oh, you ain't shit. You ain't this and that. Meanwhile, she's pulling all the weight. She's doing all of this for the kids and
Everything.
stuff. And your bum ass is sitting over there with your feet up playing the video games with your boys.
Right.
So don't let that deter you from being a better you. Just always think, you know what, I'm better than this. And then kick his ass to the curb and go get somebody who's trying to do something in life.
Exactly.
And sometimes it might be the nerds that you don't like, but hey, I'd rather be called a nerd than a thug. Anytime somebody says, you're a nerd, that's fine. That's fine,
Exactly.
because that means that you think I'm kind of smart and I can make this happen. When you say I'm a thug, that's like, oh, you're trying to come after me. You know, next thing I got a gun up and you know, like Johnny, man, like Johnny. You know, like I don't even know who Johnny is, but you know.
Right. You gotta
But I'm just saying, yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. But I just wanted to just put out there from classy to ratchet, or ratchet to classy, whatever.
Johnny.
Yeah, you remember that. You like Johnny, man. Yeah, that can really happen. That have happened to people in a mistaken identity. You know, you like somebody else next, you get to go. What you talking about? How you Johnny? You like Johnny, man. You know, they all behind you like this. But anyway, we just want to put that out there. We just thanks
Yes.
again. Subscribe, like, all that
Yes.
stuff, and I want to say hello to everyone who's out there, newcomers from all over. And thanks again for watching. And once again, we will be back soon.
Very soon.
Okay, and my name is Smitty Sebastian Kirk, always in the works.
And I'm Misha C. Always about me.
And for that note, we say have a good day.
See ya.